Now, there's a lot to learn in this next interview. Actually, this is a product that was developed for an existing market that's been around for a long time, but it's starting to boom. It's urban bicycles. Now, at least, where I live in Washington, D.C., bicycles are popping up like mushrooms all over. Downtown, even in the suburbs, and there's bike sharing, and everybody's got a bike. My two kids, the boys in their, late 20s, early 30s, they both use bicycles. They don't even have a car. So this is a growth area that these people are taking advantage of, and the area they're interested in is bicycle locks. It's a new kind of lock. It's a wonderful design. When you see this, it's a folding lock. And that's what they call it, folding lock, like Goldilocks. and they designed this. And another thing you'll see in this video is that how long it takes sometimes to develop a very good idea. It's not the money. They started with very little money, but it was the time. I mean, you just can't think of something brilliant and, you have it in 13 seconds or something like that. They spent weeks, months, or whatever developing this idea that they have now. It's going like gangbusters for them. And they don't even have it made yet. They're still raising money, on the internet. They're getting free money to take it to have it manufactured in China, wherever they're going to get it done. And they thought they tried to get $10,000 of free internet money to have this done, and they're already up to $25,000. So they more than doubled, their initial estimate. And they're not even finished yet. At the time we're doing this thing, they're still not finished. So who knows what they're going to get? That's what I mean, the surprise that you could have of doing something and doing something well, and then putting it out there for people to react to something that you did very well and you're proud of. And then other people will see that. And then they throw money at you. That's what's neat about it. So watch these people. It's very instructive, and you're going to learn more about what it takes nowadays, to get things to market. Well, Elon and Mickey, man, you got a product, for bicyclists. At least in the States, it's going to knock our socks off. It's called a Foldy Locks. It's wonderful, man. So how soon can we get a Foldy Locks? I mean, it's not out yet. You're still raising money. You're raising money like a bandit here. You have a mask on and just getting tens of thousands of dollars from people. But when is it available? When can we get it?
Well, you can get the first batch. When will it be coming?
It will be around November.
End of November.
End of November. Now we have the last trials and the plastic injection trial. We hope everything will go right, and it will be November.
November. So then we can get this thing for Christmas, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But that's the first batch. The first batch will be
wonderful.
But now for Christmas it will be.
It's available on crowdfunding Kickstarter, right? And you went on there and you were hoping to raise 10 grand, and you're just halfway through your fundraising, and you're doubled the money you wanted. You got 20 grand already. Huh? What does that feel like?
Feels awesome. People believe in you, You showed them something you're trying to do and you're actually starting to do, and they believe in you. So that's a great feeling, actually.
Like coming up to a blind date, opening the door, and you got the most gorgeous girl in the world. Huh?
We feel like the beauty queen. The beauty queen.
Well, it's just wonderful. But by looking at the video, if people go and look at foldylocks.com and your video of it, I mean, it's so simplistic, and design is fascinating and fun. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's fun and practical, and it really does the job, like nothing else that I've seen out there. I mean, not a big bicycle, but I got two boys who ride bicycles all the time.
We try to make something that's different than the big locks that you could have to carry around, and they're very cumbersome. Or the U-locks, which are really strong, but they're very inconvenient actually for use, because a U-lock is, in many times it will not help you. So we try to make a lock that will be very flexible, but when you fold it, it's just like, like this. It's quite small.
I know. I use a U-lock now, and I go to want to put it up some big pole. I can't even get around it. I got to find a little fence to hook it on, which somebody could cut that fence pretty easily and drive away with my bike. Yeah, well, that's wonderful. So you're fundraising until November 1st, right? And then it's available on your site, foldylocks.com. and it sounds like you're going to do other products too for the bicycle world, huh?
Yes, this is our aim, to go and to explore this, let's say, the bicycle security world. And we do have few more notions, ideas, and there are more that even better.
Even better.
Even better, even better.
Well, quite different, I would say. Actually, the way for people that want just a very strong lock, which is very easy to use, the foldy lock will be like, I think, the best thing for them. But we have a couple of more rabbits under our sleeves, and well, that's next year. Now
So you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stuff.
Listen, how was it? How did you guys? You haven't been on Kickstarter before, right? This is the first time. So how was it? Was it complicated to figure out, or what was that like?
All the process, yes. First of all, we worked hard. We thought how to design it, how to explain the best way for our supporters, what we sell, what we make. It's hard to convince people they don't know you.
Yeah.
To create the faith in us, because nobody knows us in the States, more or less. We got few relatives, everybody in Israel got few relatives in New York, but still, so it wasn't too easy.
Yeah,
but I hope we made it.
What was the hardest part? Like thinking through, like what the customer has to really know to be involved in your product.
We try to show on Kickstarter what's different about our product. We try to show what's special. So the movie, as you've seen, is quite not Kickstarter standard. We made something different. We didn't want to be too serious. So we just made it hilarious.
No, I love the video. I mean, people should just see it for the video. I mean, the three gangsters. Were any of you the gangsters? I don't recognize you.
One of them is the designer.
Oh, it was.
Actually, the short, a bit chubby one.
Oh, the short. Yeah.
He's the designer. He's the brain behind all this.
The design, of course, is wonderful, but that video is clever and sucks you in. That even though it shows you could use it for other than a lock.
We were hoping that people won't get it really as something violent, because it doesn't look. It's hilarious. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's that's the idea.
Always this word of locks is always too serious, when everybody are coming and say, our lock is the strongest. So, but our lock is also strong, but is also very, very well designed and got from a different angle. Yeah. We really try to make a lock that will look better. And I really hope we made it, because we are subjective, but we find our lock well designed, and it's something that you want to have and touch and get it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's almost like a work of art when you see it and take it out and put it together. And even the package on the bike looks like a little work of art, not just, you have that big, people drive around with those chain links, around their waist or something. Just dreadful locks that people have nowadays. And this is so cool to have. You don't even think it's a lock. And I guess it's stronger than most locks out there, too.
It should be quite strong. We tested it ourselves, internal tests. And, we took all the international, very famous tests, and we tested ourselves according to their specifications. Mm-hmm. We should be through with flying colors. We will test it in the official testing before the end of the year. We just haven't done it yet.
Right. Well, you can't do everything on the first day, right? God took him or her 7 days. So.
We hope we'll call you in a couple of months and tell you, look, we got the gold medal. Look, that's a gold medal.
The most important, you got demand, and people want your lock, and it's understandable why. And if they want to know about it and get one, it's foldylock.com. And even if you don't want one, you should go to foldylock.com and watch that video, right?
Of course, that video is
free of charge.
Exactly.
We worked hard for this video. At least people can watch it.
It's wonderful. You won't stop watching that video. Well, thank you so much, guys. Good fun, and thanks for being there and creating good products.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So you bicyclists out there now, you all need one, right? I want to get one for my kids. So that's it. But you see the sincerity of building something, and the passion they have behind it, and how they want it to be so good, and that shows. See, and that's why selling, or fundraising, or getting free money on the internet, you're able to communicate that, not just sitting in a rack on a store, because by doing a video like they did, and how they spent time trying to explain why this product is different. That's the important thing too, is being able to explain, because, okay, I got a bike lock, what the heck? But having the time to explain why this is a different product than anything else out there, and saying that simply. In other words, someone told me earlier, what you want to do is, if you can't describe it to grandma, then it's too complicated. So how do you get your idea and your product or whatever in the words, and that grandma could understand, just in a few sentences. And so that's what they spend a lot of time on too. So there's things you have to spend a lot of time on, and it may not take money, but it's time. That's what develops the uniqueness of whatever you have.